Prison My Radio Freestyle Contest.
It's about to go down.
One night I twisted up and started blowing out my stress. I grabbed my pad and pen while I was banging DAS. I turned the volume down. I heard these niggas in my vent. This conversation between lifers was as priceless as it get. One night I twisted up and started blowing out my stress. Grabbed my pad and pen while I was banging DAS. I turned the volume down. I heard these niggas in my vent. This conversation between lifers was as priceless as it get. Fire and desire was the backdrop for this. Pain, it was hunger, it was anger, it was stress. Life, no parole, going hard, no regrets was the truth. And when I heard it, I could picture where he been. Said hypothetically speaking, he murdered for a brick. Caddy with the white wheels back in 76. He stayed wrapped in linen, revolver on his hip, waist spinning to the side, blowing on reefer sticks. His mother was a whore. His father was a pimp. By the time of age 12, he was feeding little sis. Said he followed money, not the revolution shit, cause his loafers had holes and his winter coat was ripped. He had respect for Malcolm, thought Martin was a bitch. Huey Newton turned fiend and Eldridge Cleaver was a snitch. Geronimo Pratt and George Jackson was the shit, but he was cut from the cloth for some Bumpy Johnson shit. I hear it in his voice, he's still lusting for this game. I guess Hov said it best, real gangsters never change. One night I twisted up and started blowing out my stress. Grabbed my pad and pen while I was banging DAS. I turned the volume down. I heard these niggas in my vent. This conversation between lifers was as priceless as it get. His other old head started speaking, it got deep. He told the other lifer, man, I'm finished with the streets. I sat up in my bed, man, this motherfucker weak. You would have thought that he was full until you listened to him speak. He had 20 in. Appeals was at an end for information on a body. He could hit the streets again. Spine like an ox, give a fuck he wouldn't been. He got a job in the kitchen and a bitch could bring it in. For 12 years straight, he had it locked with the top. Never did speak a lot for cardio. He shadow box. Car 60 in the 80s, sneaking in the car lot. Tried to slide with the safe, but the owner got shot. He wasn't really a killer, so he ain't brag about his case. Spitting game was his ace. Nurses stayed up in his face. Had a baby by a CO. They ain't fuck around. Tried to mold some younger niggas and felt most of them was clowns. The more I sat and listened, I was digging homie style, and these letters on my back didn't seem so heavy now. One night I twisted up and started blowing out my stress. Grabbed my pad and pen while I was banging DAS. I turned the volume down. I heard these niggas in my vent. This conversation between lifers was as priceless as it get. While Rick was talking to Tina, my mind was on my pain. I was feeling kind of strange, trying to navigate my lane. Pacing in my cell, I put some lead in my socket, trying to spark another L. I heard the old head say he lost but never failed. It had me thinking, how the hell this nigga paint a picture well? He said, you masked up, you hoodie down, you banged, and you ain't told. You did what you was supposed. Put them letters on your back and leave that courtroom with a stroll. Had me feeling like a man again. Feet where I could stand again. I wouldn't see my daughter grow, but I was understanding shit. 10 years down and my second wind was kicking in. Peeled the scab off just so I could get a thicker skin. Back that he bobbing and writing like I'm popping them. I talk game smooth like old school on one mic and them. Bitches at the visit said I'm glowing and they liking it. Huh? It's the truth you only get from hearing life or spit. You only get from hearing life or spit.
Prison My Radio Freestyle Contest.
It's about to go down.
Alright, it's your boy Chris Midas. You only live righteous if you live like this. I'm gonna spit these little bars right here. I said no need for a beat drop. I'll give you what you've been waiting for, like detox. I used to have unique chops, like the sideburns on Luda. I'm quick as that Judas jab when it comes to bagging up sheetrock. But I'ma need at least my dignity before I pay the consequences from handling my responsibilities. And when I die, they're gonna pay me in iniquity. You must be from the same bloodline as Judas. But you'll see what the truth is when I bare skin alone like a nudist. Because once you hide, the wolves might wear you as clothing. I'm a shepherd amongst blades of grass, but they also tread the ocean. As soon as I'm provoked, then you get the notion of who's truly soft-spoken. Once the pain of the world is awoken, like auction and they got to him, I'm showboating with an ear to the crowd like Hulk Hogan. Cause I get respect from Oakland to Hoboken, so don't get your nose broken for commentating on my exhibitions like Joe Rogan. You'll choke slow and croak when you utter the slogan from the omen that I've chosen for you to quote, man. Just let me show them how your cries for mercy fell on deaf ears. Your New Year's resolution reads, better luck next year. The less tears I shed, the more that I'm hydrated. No headgear for this contact sport, you'll get annihilated. Don't you know that I waited for you to finish, pal? So just give me 60 seconds and I'm in it now. There's 3,600 grains of sand in the hourglass, but how many grains of sand did it take to make the glass surrounding my hour last? Now all I ask is you for to evacuate, cause I'm in the pool of sharks and nothing more than tackle bait. I eradicate hate, ain't no need for me to exaggerate fate, but first I'ma need you to pass the plate. Wait, not to eat from, the type of bell you can add to a barbell and be calm, King Kong. No back and forth like ping pong and ding dong, I'm bringing your bell. I don't need you to fail, you're not a factor, plus you don't even believe in yourself. I wasn't born, I was summoned, and you must have a fetish for watching midget porn because you're used to seeing shortcomings. I'm from the turnpike, cross me, keep your head on a swivel. I'm when you learn how to shoot after you learn how to dribble. I'm civil, but can care less what you feel or think, cause I hit a hater in the house with everything but the kitchen sink, and these vices will fill you with more lead than tap water. We neglect you, son, like bad fathers, but you whack authors ain't bestsellers, claiming your block's hotter than West weather, and you dress fresher than a stylist, but with one hit, I make a preacher curl like a workout for your biceps. All the things that I've survived, they're surprised I haven't died yet, but when I die, it's my time. I decided to be crucified with the cross that I bear. Yeah, I stay long in the air, and as I'm looking up, I gladly thank God that I'm here, but I solemnly swear to never break the G code. They're the type to build their foundation on a sinkhole. Although gestures of pity and kindness, keep those, cause I was taught to steamroll and drink slow when I need to numb the pain. That ain't an afterthought, but till we meet again, I'll be waiting for you at a mountaintop. There's Christopher Malaga 390810. That's my DLC and stuff.